All right, guys. I don't know if y'all can hear me. You can let me know if you hear me or not. Sorry, I'm on a different mic right now. I think I'm on my computer mic. I'm about to switch to this new mic that I bought. I'm just trying to hook it up, to be honest. This is what kind of mic is this? I think it's a Corsair mic, but give me 1 second. We're trying to get it up. Hold on 1 second. Gotta hook the Bluetooth up, I think. Have to add Bluetooth and then hit the pairing button. Bear with me, guys. Trying to hook this up, but maybe I'm missing something. It's supposed to be a Bluetooth mic. There he is. All right. I am connected. There we go. You can hear me? Okay, good. So, all right. So the audio is good. Let me just mess with this for a second. Okay, so here is the Corsair mic. Is this better or worse? Let me see if I can hear. Let me know if it's better or worse. Switch sound. I can't hear anything. Just different. Not better or worse. Okay. Um, Good either way. All right. Well, yeah, I'm just playing with it. So there's this option, and then there's also. Let me know. This option might be a little bit better or worse. Is it better or worse? I can't hear anything from these headphones. Either way, we got GameStop quarter 1 earnings today. This is actually a pretty big report. See, I can't hear anything. Like I know this is on, but I can't hear any of the audio. Did I mute it? Okay, there we go. Now I think I got it working. Now I can actually talk, and y'all should be able to hear me. All right, sorry guys. I'm trying to get. Okay, yeah. Now I can work and I can hear. It's definitely not as good of a. It's definitely not as good of a mic as my old mic, but it's better than the one I've been using.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, we're here. We're trying to work. But yeah, GameStop. Let's look at uh let's look at the EPS graph for GameStop here from the macro trends chart. This is always a really good one that I look at. It's always really relevant and kind of shows you the real story of GameStop, if you will. Here's GameStop right now. So GameStop, the last couple EPS reports, um, the last one was a positive one. So the last time it came in at 16-cent profit, that was the first positive EPS graph, which means they actually made money since go away ad since 2021, January of 2021. So this might start a new trend for GameStop. Maybe they can start to be profitable. They lost less in terms of uh, EPS on the year, and their last quarterly earnings report was good. So yeah, we'll see if that means they keep this up. If we look at the GameStop revenue graph, which is kind of like the EPS is profitability. So high EPS means company is highly profitable. Negative EPS means the company is not profitable, it means it's losing money. So you kind of look at EPS to see how profitable, like what a company's margins are, and then you look at revenue to see kind of what their ceiling is, if that makes sense. Obviously, higher revenue numbers are going to mean like the company has more profit potential. But if they have a losing EPS, for instance, then they can make all the money in the world, but they're still not ultimately profitable. So that's the way to kind of look at it. If we look at their revenue graph here on the left, their revenue is definitely trending lower since way back when. So if we look way back here, their revenue graph is definitely trending lower than like say the 2010s, but I mean that's normal considering the rise in video games. GameStop has actually had a pretty good revenue chart since 2021. They have been growing a little bit, and sometimes when you spend money, you have to sacrifice profits to expand. But their last quarterly revenue was a nice little spike. It looks like it happens every quarter, every first quarter in terms of income. So that looks like a spike that's pretty consistent. Now, for expectational numbers here. So if we look at expectational numbers for GameStop is expecting a 17-cent loss per share on 1.36 billion in revenue. Last revenue was 2.22. So this is a noticeable decline in revenue for GameStop, but it does look like this is seasonally related here. Looks like every 4 quarters, they get a big spike in revenue. My guess is this is from the holiday season is most likely what this is, and that seems pretty standard all the way back since they became public in 2009. But yeah, so again, they're expecting a 17-cent loss per share EPS on 1.36 billion in sales. Now, 1.36, if they do hit that quarterly, that will be above the last couple. So, we'll see what happens with GameStop. It's still got time. No survey today. Yeah, we could do a poll. Let's go ahead and do one. Will GameStop beat, miss, or come in as expected? Beat, miss, as expected are going to be the options. We're also going to do a Twitter poll that says basically the same thing. And so let me get my Twitter up. Probably ignoring Twitter a little bit since here, I'll be right back. I got my phone, but yeah, this is kind of like a headset. Let me put some music on too. But it should be clear at least. The sound in this new mic should be clearer than this morning. It should be louder, more noticeable. But I might sound a little bit different than normal. And yeah, we're gonna put out the music. Yeah, I'll put the music up now on Epidemic Sounds, and then y'all do me a favor, hit the like button too. All right, so yeah, I've been at the beach all day, so I'm sunburnt now, and that's all right. Yeah, we'll put a timer up. All right, so GameStop earnings drop in about 25 minutes. Here's a timer. I gotta figure out a way to set this. No, let me see if I can minimize this, make it small. The only problem is I don't know how to expand this to make it smaller. Can y'all hear the music? You should be good now. It's not too loud, is it? That's the only worry. Okay, no, it should be good. Let me know if that's too loud. I'm playing with the timer right now. I'm gonna see if I can get it to work. Yeah, I don't know if this timer works here. How long does it take YouTube to send you your play button? I got mine in like 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks after I hit 100K. My shares say positive, my covered calls say negative. Hey, good luck, dude. Looking at our poll, we did do a poll. 52% of people here think they're gonna beat. Here, I'll be right back. I gotta grab a couple things. Like my phone. I also bought myself a mouse. I don't know what I did with my phone here. You know, the good news is that this is Bluetooth, so like this is actually kind of useful because it means I can walk away and like still talk to you guys if I got to go do something, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, GameStop needs a beat, but GameStop is one of those stocks that has a big enough following to where even if it's not a beat, they are still going to be all right. You know, like the supportive community, the amount of traders that are holding shares of them, it's all good there. You know, like they'll be fine regardless. If that makes sense, you know, it's GameStop, man. They've got a huge following of traders that are, you know, supporting them and interested in helping them grow. And yeah, I mean, they'll be good and they'll be fine. I don't know what I did with my phone. Oh, here it is. All right. Here's my drinks. All right, guys. One of the curious parts about GameStop is what is their PE ratio like? You know, like what is GameStop's PE ratio like? Again, GameStop is at a nice little run. If you look at like a 10-day chart, SPY pull it back a little bit today. If you look at a 20-day chart, GameStop's been incredibly strong, man. They've moved up pretty big percentages. You know, realistically, like 20 to 25% in the last, you know, 10 days or so. So they've been doing really well in terms of price action. They've been moving a lot. All right. So again, their expectation is minus 17 cent per share. So that's the only thing is like, I think they did something similar last time and they came in as expected. Also, again, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Let me know how this new mic is. I don't know how good it's going to be. You want to vote on the Twitter poll here? Here's the Twitter link too if you want to vote on the poll. So go vote on the Twitter poll too. Let us know what you guys think. Negative? Maybe. We'll see. My shares say positive. My covers cost say negative. How long does it take? Yeah, I mean, you can actually order extra YouTube play buttons if you guys didn't know. Like once you hit 100K, you can also order, I believe, like a 50K one. But it's not something that YouTube will send you for free. You know, like YouTube sent me my silver play button for free, and they gave me like a note from the CEO, and I don't know if it was wet signature or not. But then if I want to order like an extra one, you know, like say I wanted to put up, say I was really like egotistical and I wanted to just throw play buttons out. I mean, listen, when you're the top 3 greatest traders of all time, I mean, sometimes that's stuff that you got to consider, just, you know, letting everybody know. But if I did, I'd have to pay for it. But there is an option. Like I can order as many as I want. I think I can get like a bunch. It's like $30 a piece or $40 a piece. So they're probably not as much as you think they are. But they're cool. You know, I got a little letter from the CEO and stuff. I like it. I think we expect minus 17 last quarter and got plus 5. Yeah, I remember that. So last time it was a surprise beat. So I remember last time was a surprise beat, which is interesting. And again, this time it's a similar expectation. I mean, this time GameStop is expecting 17 cents. We also have like a bunch of other tiny companies that nobody's ever heard of. Trip.com is the only other slightly big one. I think we had some stuff this morning though. Lovesack was this morning. Campbell's Soup. Jill. Surprise to the analyst. Oh, he says surprise to who? Surprise to the analyst. I'm not talking about me. I told people, even if GameStop comes in negative for EPS, I still think there's a chance they go up. Even if they come in worse than expected for EPS, I still think there's a chance they go up. Even if they come in worse than expected for revenue, I still think there's a chance they'll go up. Because I think, again, when you got so many traders that are supportive, that own the float, there's benefits to that, I think, sometimes. Again, GameStop's up like 20% in the last 10 days. The question is, like, if we're looking at GameStop objectively in terms of like business model, you know, one of the facts of this is that over time, people are going to stop buying video games. And so GameStop has got to pivot, and they kind of already are. And I think they've got a lot of good opportunities too. I think what would be smart if they started to go more heavy into like events, you know, like pro game events, like kind of like GameStop's version of E3 could be good. And that would make gaming companies come to them a little bit more. And I know they've tried some stuff like that already, but I think putting, you know, a lot of money, a lot of hype into that, I think that could be great for them and just kind of diversify in the gaming sector, not rely so much on brick and mortar stores necessarily, and instead kind of just diversify deep into everything else. I think that would be a really smart move. People are absolutely going to quit buying physical copies of video games. That's not even arguable. That's a silly argument to make, to be honest. The percentages of people buying physical copies of video games is going like that. You know, that's just an objective truth. And I like GameStop. I hope GameStop goes up. But that's just a reality. I know it might not be fun to hear, but again, I think GameStop is diversified enough to be okay throughout all of it. Yeah, you just seem really emotional over there, bro. Good day to you, sir. Cry about it, dude. My guy's just over there stressing out. This sounds like to me, just crying about it, man. Hey, cheers to you, bro. I mean, you could short GameStop. I think it's risky, Liam. Again, I think GameStop's one of those companies that might be okay regardless. Oh wait, did I ban Pawn? Did I ban the wrong guy? I think I did. Sorry, Pawn. I think I banned you accidentally. I'll have to go back and fix that. There you go. Well, straddle means you take both calls and puts. I think you'll be all right. I mean, again, what you're basically betting on if you take a straddle is you're betting on volatility, despite direction. And I think GameStop will probably give you some volatility. You know, how much volatility, we don't know, but I'm sure it'll give you some. No, so this other guy was just trying to troll me. I just banned him. I'm not going to ban you. You're good. Did I really? Here, send me a message on Discord so I know it's really you. Make sure it's the right pawn. I think you are, but just to be safe. But yeah, I never understood the people that are so emotional about like stuff, man. Like, number one, like, think about what just happened, right? Like the fact that I mentioned physical video games are declining, which is just an objective truth. This man gets emotional. Like, think about how emotional you gotta be to like react that way from like somebody speaking just like an objective truth. It's not even arguable. Like, it really isn't arguable that physical copies of video games are declining in purchases. Like, that's just the reality of things. Doesn't mean GameStop's gonna fail either. I think GameStop's got a lot of edge over a lot of other companies, especially with regards to its shareholders, right? But it's like people just get weird, man. Being that emotionally tied up in anything is just not healthy, you know? And let it out. I'll be your therapist, but like, I don't recommend being like that with the stock market. I think that's a bad, you know, that's a bad plan for the stock market. No, I'm not talking to you, Liam. I'm talking to Pawn, my mod, man. Not you, brother. You're good, dude. I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think is going to happen to physical copies of video games over time? But I think if GameStop diversifies and they go more towards event-driven profits, which I think can be big, like holding conferences and events and video games can be like a big industry. I think they already have the NFT marketplace, but crypto's struggling obviously over the last few days, but I still think that's an avenue. Oh, here, I got you, Pawn. Let me exactly what happened to CDs. Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of what happens over time. Technology evolves. It's on GameStop, and I think they're doing well. It's on them to okay. It's on them to figure that out, and I think they have the opportunity to. I think they can. All right, Pawn, you should be good, dude. There you go. The music stopped. Let me make sure it's working. Okay, the song stopped. There we go. Yeah, you should be good, Pawn. You should be a mod now. Yeah, there you go. You're back. Horse racing has probably got about the lowest edge you could ever have in any type of betting, brother. Horse racing, dude. Come on now, man. That's basically just that's like a racing form of the slot machine, brother. You know, you don't want to. I mean, if you're gonna gamble, bro, at least gamble right, dude. Play poker. You know, like learn to count cards and play blackjack. You know, like if you're gonna gamble, you might as well try to do it with an edge. If not, you're just kind of saying, "Here, casino, take my money, put a bunch of shiny lights in my face, and take this $100 bill from me, please, casino." That's what slot machines are. Yeah, for sure, Scott. It'll be an interesting thing too. I don't know. I don't know what GameStop's going to do. GameStop's going to do in that regard. Again, 20-day chart looks strong. I will say that. Technically, GameStop looks good. As for fundamentally with regards to their earnings and call, and I don't know, man. We'll see. Again, we'll see. I think they're expecting 1.36 billion in sales. Numbers go live. All right, there we go. Yeah. 75, you got to be trolling. What do you think we got? Tua, the quarterback? I think is he still at the Dolphins? Is he still at the Dolphins? I can't remember. Tua, the quarterback? If it's the quarterback, I think he's great skill. Not the most durable, you know, but I think he's a good dude. I hope he succeeds. Oh, Tua stock? I don't know what Tua stock is, bro. What is that? Oh, it's a penny stock. Yeah, I don't know about this, man. It's a overseas AI, Internet of Things platform, a service provider, cloud development. Yeah, I mean they look all right. I don't know. I don't know anything about them. I'm assuming their symbol is TYUA. You capitalized the first word, so I thought it was a name. You know, you spelled it like this, bro. I'm sitting over there like I like Tua. I'm a Joe Burrow fan, really, because I'm from Louisiana. So like if it's Tua or Joe, I'm picking Joe. But like Tua's good. Seems like a good guy. You know, Tua looks all right. It's just not really my style of trade. I don't know. I kind of avoid penny stocks, bro, because penny stocks are just. Oh my gosh, man, this music, dude. I'm getting stressed out just listening to this, man. It's like Mortal Kombat music, bro. There we go. Should be better. Okay, so somebody told you that craps has the best possibility of edge in a casino. That's just dice. There's no. It's random. It's luck. It's kind of like roulette, where you kind of it's just probability. It's not probability or skill based. It's pure randomness. You know. Like you roll a dice. If the dice hits your number, you win. If the dice doesn't hit your number, you lose. And that variation changes, but it's still completely random. There's no skill or edge involved in it. So no, it's one of the worst games you could play because the casino is always going to have a big edge against you, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it does. Again, I don't ever play craps. I used to play dice with my friends in Louisiana growing up with like dollar bills. Like I used to do that. But it's been like 15 years, so I don't remember how. It's been a while since I played. But I used to play, you know, my friends used to play with me. Hey, I might be wrong. Like I said, man, you might be right, Liam. I don't know. What's up, team? Hey, GameStop earnings. 63% of people think it's going to beat, 24% think it's going to miss, and 13% think it's going to come in as expected. We did a Twitter poll here. We got about 70 votes. 71% of people think they're going to beat, 16.5% think they're going to miss, and 12% think they're going to come in as expected. Again, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to go with beat. I hope they beat. I think regardless of whether they beat or not, I think there's a chance they go up. And I think with a lot of earnings that have dropped this earnings report, I think that what the actual results are doesn't mean as much as they have the previous few earnings seasons. This last earnings season, we've had a lot of stuff that have had good earnings and then tanked. We've had a lot of stuff that have had terrible earnings and ripped up. It's not the most sensical of earning seasons that I've seen this quarter, but maybe GameStop's going to be different. I hope, regardless of that, I hope they come in better than expected. I think they've had a really nice 10-day run here. If we look at a longer term chart, like a 20-day chart, or no, this is a 20-day. It's been a nice little 20-day run. Really, the last 6 months for them hasn't been the worst thing or best thing ever, but they've been on a little run since the last month and a half. Really, look at this run. So. Yeah, so they've been on the last month and a half. They've basically been pushing up. They were at like, where were the lows? Lows were at $18 a share. Now they're at 26. That's a pretty big percentage increase for GameStop here. So, let's see. So the actual earnings report is supposed to be at 4:05 p.m. 4:05 p.m. Just to clarify. Miss? I don't know, man. We'll see, dude. We're about the NASDAQ down so much today, overextended. Yeah, I mean, the market's been up a lot, bro. The whole market has been moving a lot, man. Like the SPY has gone up. Again, you look at a 20-day chart on the SPY. The SPY has been basically stair-stepping up, looking really strong for a while now. And again, I'm not saying it's going to continue, but it's been pretty strong, bro. Pretty strong. You look at really, the market's been pumping up for the last 8 months. It's been over $400 a share since March, basically, and it's been doing pretty well since then. So today, I mean, it's a red day, but it's not like it's the end of the world having a red day here. You know what I mean? And remember, GameStop earnings are scheduled right now to drop at 4:05. So they're scheduled to drop at 4:05. So we still got like 7-8 minutes left until the actual numbers come out. And sometimes they're late. But remember, GameStop a lot of the time doesn't do a Q&A. So their earnings call is going to be quick. It's going to be right at 5 p.m. We're going to cover the whole thing when it happens. Hey, John, what do you think about using AI to become a programmer or dev for someone just starting out learning coding? I was really thinking of using AI to help me out. What are your thoughts? I think it can really genuinely help you, man. And I think this is another area of AI that's going to fundamentally change production and learning. Because, like, here's an example, okay? And I will preface this with saying, like, the computers are not perfect. They are not perfect at all. The AI systems are not perfect with this, but it's only gonna get better. But, like, okay, you need a mentor when you're learning to program. You need somebody kind of teaching you stuff because it's really complex. Like, it's tough to learn. And you need somebody where you can say, hey, what does this mean right here? Hey, why is this? How is this interacting with this? Like, what does this mean? What's the scope of this? And you kind of need a mentor to do that. If you don't have a mentor, it's going to take way longer to learn how to program. But something that you'll see moving forward with AI is AI will be that mentor, and you'll be able to be like, yo, why isn't this working? What's wrong with this code? And the AI will say, well, you missed a semicolon here. You didn't indent this enough or whatever it is, right? And it'll answer that. You can also say, hey, how is this associated with this? And it'll answer that question as well. So but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of tutorials on how to do that. So just look it up. I'm sure there's a lot better explanations of that than me. But yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think it depends on the type of learner you are. It has the potential, but for the right person, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, GameStop up to 26 here. So GameStop's still not doing that bad despite everything else today. GameStop is very green. Nice little gap up ahead of earnings. All right, let me look at a clock. All right, so the market's about to close. GameStop still got some time. Remember, earnings aren't going to come out until 4:05 is when earnings are going to drop. So we still got 5 minutes. GameStop up to 426.60, still moving up. Put this thing up, see if I can actually point it on my face. All right, there's the end of the bell. All right, so GameStop should be dropping their earnings anytime now. It'll most likely be GameStop earnings will most likely be in At 4:05 p.m. At 4:05 p.m. is when the earnings most likely be. And again, let me know what you guys think. Vote on the poll. GameStop moving up a little bit at the bell. We're at 26.20. Not sorry, I got the SPY. Let me put GameStop up here. So GameStop actually moving up a little bit here. GameStop up to 26.28. It's getting a little surge. All right, GameStop, guys, up to 26.28. All right, GameStop up to 26.30s here, guys. 26.30s. Looking for earnings coming out. I don't see anything yet. I see some movement, though, in GameStop. Nothing out yet at 26.38. Getting some increase from earnings. Again, the earnings supposed to drop in about 4 minutes. 4 minutes. I'm checking other platforms to see if we see anything yet. But they are having some green action in pre-market or in after hours right now. Nothing big like earnings yet, but they're coming. Again, chat, answer the question. We'll all right, look, here's a big increase to 26.80s, 26.90s. Big increase here, guys. Still waiting. Pulling back a little bit. Get some high volatility. All right, 27s right now, 27s. Still nothing reflecting here for earnings yet. Pull it back a little bit. All right, so getting a little dip down to 26.30s here. I don't think the earnings are out yet. Still just kind of waiting. Somebody's selling something, though, at 26.40s right now. I'm on the GameStop website. There's nothing out yet. I'm on the investor relations site. No reflection yet. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes. GameStop's gapping up a little bit, though. Hey, what's up, Tiny? All right, I'm going to throw it in sub-only mode as well, guys, since I haven't already. So listen, if you haven't already, hit the sub button, hit the notification bell. We cover all the big stuff here. GameStop, AMC, all Apple, Amazon, Disney, Google earnings. We cover them all for free. My big thing is, like, I don't sell a course. I don't sell a service. I don't claim to be an expert. I don't act like a guru. I don't even claim to be a good trader. And we just kind of try to report market news for free to traders so traders can have a free place to get all this stuff. And we drop it fast, too, like big CPI reports, rate hike decisions. We cover the data fast because, you know, we have some sources, but thousands of people tune into the big ones because we cover it quick. But so hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, guys. We appreciate it. GameStop at 26.60s, 26.50s. Nothing out yet. Consolidating, just some after hours volatility ahead of earnings. Earnings are scheduled to drop in less than a minute now, though, so they're coming. So they are coming. And then we're going to stream the full earnings call at 5 p.m. as well. So the full earnings call goes live at 5. And they're moving up. Again, the earnings supposed to go live. All right, so this is when they're supposed to go live. Watch for volatility right now. They were scheduled to go live at 4:05. So watch for a big candle here. There's the big candle. They are up big here right now. Wow. So again, I told you guys, that's where the earnings go live. Let's see what they showed up as. up to 28s, 28.50s. All right, so GameStop announces the election of Ryan Cohen as executive chairman. So GameStop just announced the election of Ryan Cohen as executive chairman. GameStop up to 27s right now, guys. 27s right now for GameStop. And then a big turn here. A big turn. Down to 23.60s. Looks like the earnings are out. All right, here. I don't see the actual earnings yet. I see the Cohen numbers. Yeah, so again, this is just moving, I guess, on the news of Cohen getting elected as executive chairman. They're 24s right now, but a big pullback. Numbers still aren't out. Yeah, so numbers still aren't out yet. We're still kind of patiently waiting, but they are down to 24s right now on the news of all right, so the former CEO has been terminated, according to GameStop. Wow. Again, the former CEO has been terminated here. All right, so they're back up to 25.60s here. So yeah, their former CEO was terminated, and they elected Ryan Cohen as executive chairman. Wow. Now they're down. Still nothing yet. GameStop consolidating after this news drop. Again, former CEO terminated. Ryan Cohen, now executive chairman. GameStop retracing back to 25 right now. 25. Still waiting on the numbers drop. Still not out yet with their numbers here. It's all good, though. We're going to cover it when we get it. Sitting back. So we got one big move from a big news drop. Let's watch for another big candle now, too. Very volatile right now, though. So the former CEO terminated in conjunction with GameStop. Ryan Cohen now elected as executive chair. Why is GameStop react? I mean, I guess the instability of it all makes people skeptical, but Cohen's been a big supporter, of GameStop. And, I would imagine this would be an optimistic thing. I think he's a young mind that can ultimately help change the path of the company in a positive way, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Still waiting here. GameStop consolidating right in the middle range of the last 4 minutes. They were supposed to drop at 305. It looks like they're a little late. Probably letting the market cool a little bit. So what's causing this movement is that Ryan Cohen was recently elected, just now elected executive chairman. At least it was just announced to us. They fired the previous CEO. And so this is the volatility that erupts from that type of news break. We're still waiting for the earnings to come out. They were supposed to drop 5 minutes ago. The actual earnings call is not going to be scheduled isn't scheduled until 5 p.m. And we're going to stream the whole thing live. You'll be able to watch the full earnings call here too. You'll be able to listen to the whole thing. We're just kind of waiting for that to start right now. And again, that starts at 5 o'clock. We're waiting for the earnings to come out though. So we got one big candle. Like when earnings come out, stock price moves. You can see the stock price right here. When they drop their earnings, we're bound to see a pretty big candle here. What's interesting is that they scheduled the earnings release at 3:05, and then at 3:05 they didn't release the earnings, but they released the news that Ryan Cohen was now the executive chairman and the previous CEO has been terminated. So again, it's all good. I think that's good, man. I think he's young and can help move the company down the right path. I think that's good. Might cause a little bit of volatility short term, of course, but I think it's a good move. Yeah, again, I get it. The instability of firing the CEO is going to make everybody kind of unstable regarding GameStop. I understand why we're reacting this way. But again, long term, I think it's a good move. And I think sometimes you have to disrupt things short term in order to get good long term results. And I think this is a good move. I think Cohen's smart. He's young, you know, and I think brick and mortar is going to be going out the door. I think you need a young person guiding GameStop if you want it to succeed. You know, somebody that understands tech really well. And I think Cohen's that guy. I think it's a good move. But again, it's a very subjective thing. Some people are going to be super angry about it. And I get it. You know, whatever. We all have preferences for who we want to run it. But somebody quoting Master P in here? Yeah, everybody's mad at Cohen for Bed Bath & Beyond. All right, here's another turn down. Again, I'm waiting for the earnings to drop. Nothing out yet. All right, so there's GameStop turning a little bit now, down to 24.50s. I'm gonna put on the. Let me I don't know how you do this. Yeah. All right, there we go. Sorry, I'm getting some sunlight out here, man. GameStop starting to move down. Not the type of volatility we usually get from an earnings report, though. Let me see. Again, we're at 24.17s right now. 24.17s. But $24 should be a support level. But if earnings come out, that doesn't mean anything. Technical levels mean nothing when in terms of fundamental releases. So CNBC. All right, so consolidating at 24, man. Again, we're waiting. We got volatility. So. Yeah, I mean, in the end, you got to look at GameStop longer term. I think, like, if you look at a 20-day chart, we're still green, despite this little pullback. You know, and again, firing a current CEO is bound to cause some negative volatility. You know what I mean? But again, I think you got to listen. If you're truly supportive of GameStop, I think you got to look at the long game. And I get people are mad about Cohen with Bed Bath. I understand, but I think Cohen's a good dude to do this. I think he's young. Yeah, I guess I understand. I didn't really get affected by Bed Bath & Beyond too much. I kind of rode Bed Bath & Beyond up until like 20s. And then I sold her like, wait, maybe it was like 17. I streamed it when we did it. But I kind of told people, like, when Bed Bath was up there, Bed Bath is a business model that is gonna Bed Bath, you know, like the reality of Bed Bath. And listen, we probably shop at Bed Bath more than like a normal other people, because we've been to Bed Bath & Beyond. It's a ghost town. Every time we go there, there's never anybody there. It's empty. You know, the problem with Bed Bath. All right, here's a little green action up to $25 for GameStop, starting to move a little bit more. But the problem with Bed Bath is that people are going to order that stuff off Amazon now. They don't need to go drive to the store and waste gas to pick that stuff up. They can get it at their doorstep by 4 a.m. the next morning now. That's the problem, and that was always the problem with Bed Bath. So when Bed Bath ripped up to 17, I ended up taking profit, you know. And it is what it is. But I understand frustrations with Cohen after the rug pull that he pulled there. Because he made a lot of money. I can't get too mad. I mean, listen, be real. If you got the opportunity to make hundreds of millions of dollars in a trade, you know, It's a tough no to say. We're getting some downward action, though. We're at 22.90. Let me see the earnings. The earnings are now out. GameStop lost 17 cents per share, as expected. 17-cent per share loss on 1.24 billion in sales. So they came in as expected for EPS. Sales came in at 1.24 billion versus 1.36 billion expected. So lower sales as expected for EPS. And yeah, so GameStop did as expected for EPS. Revenue came in at 1.12 or 1.24 billion, missing the 1.36 billion estimates. So yeah, that's GameStop right there. The earnings call will now be at 5 p.m. and again, we're going to stream that too. So GameStop neutral for their EPS report, but missed on revenue. All right, so yeah, beat on sales, or as expected on sales, missed on revenue. So that's kind of what we're in with this. And again, I think there's a chance that GameStop consolidates, and it's okay. You know, EPS is profitability. So EPS is profitability. So they came in as expected for profitability. They missed on sales, so their revenue was down, obviously. But you know, I still think there's a chance that they stabilize and do okay. You know, what do you guys think? The EPS is supposed to be minus 15. It varies depending on the analyst you look at. You can look at 4 or 5 different sources, and some of them might have small discrepancies in EPS expectations or revenue expectations. Some are going to expect 116, some are going to expect 115, some are going to expect 117. It varies. It's not all one number. It's not like there's one number that universally everybody has. It's all based off of bank expectations. So my source showed minus 17-cent EPS, which is what they expected. Revenue was a little light. Mine showed they were expecting 1.36 billion in sales. They only showed 1.24 billion. So lower than expected sales, as expected revenue is what I'm calling it. But yeah, so GameStop down at 21.80s. Again, stick around. We are going to stream the 4 earnings call. Streamed at 5 p.m. Put that up there too. So yeah, stick around. We're going to stream the 4 earnings call. It'll be live. Yeah, I mean, I guess like they are letting go. I'm sure Cohen will be on the call today. I'm assuming he will be whenever he's getting, whenever he's getting a job and a raise and all that stuff. He's going to be on the call most likely. The previous CEO terminating. They have to reference that on the call. Remember, GameStop doesn't do a Q&A, so it's just going to be a call. They'll probably announce this stuff. The GameStop earnings report is not super long. Usually the earnings call at least. What says there's no call? Call's going to be... Okay. All right. So yeah, so it's at 5 o'clock is the earnings call today. All right, so we're back up over 22. We are at 22.20s right now, 22.20s. FML, I can never get a good earnings play. Well, you got to understand, man, earnings are just kind of gambles a lot of the time, bro. Like, again, I cover all the big ones, all the big earnings reports. The big thing about them, man, is that you might think it's as easy as, oh, well, just wait for a company to have good earnings and buy it, or wait for a company to have bad earnings and sell it. That you can't do that at all. I wish making money in the stock market was that easy. Think about it. If it was really that easy, everybody would just kind of sit around and wait for companies to say, hey, we beat EPS, beat sales, and they would click the buy button and they just wait. And then they would sell 10 minutes later and everybody would be rich. That's not going to happen. You know, the problem with earnings is that sometimes a company will do great earnings, great guidance, great EPS, great sales. But one little nuanced part of their earnings report will just tank the whole thing. Sometimes a company will do terrible for earnings, do horrible guidance, and still fly up. And so you never really know. Earnings are very nonsensical sometimes. They just don't go with what you might expect them to. And if they did, it would be too easy to make money in the market. Everybody would be rich, you know. Is the call canceled? Here, I'll check for you guys. Let me see. Here, don't leave just in case they're trolls, but let me see. All right, so I'm on their investor relations website. I see the webcast. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, it's at 5 o'clock. Not canceling. Nah, man, it's at 5. It's today at 5 o'clock. People are just telling you that. Where do you see that? I'm searching for it. Okay, so GameStop. So Gavin is the one saying this. Maybe you're right. Okay, look, he might be right. I see a big person saying this. I'm searching. Okay, yeah, Bloomberg's reporting it. Hey, this is true, guys. So GameStop has now effectively canceled their earnings call and canceled and canceled their CEO and canceled and terminated their CEO. The earnings call is not today, according to Bloomberg and a lot of resources. Yeah, I don't know, man, but this is not just me. Yeah, GameStop has unexpectedly canceled its earnings call today. So very strange. Yeah, so previous CEO terminated. Wow, so yeah. Interesting, man. Yeah, they did cancel. Y'all are right. It wasn't a troll. Yeah, that's crazy. And again, guys, that's weird, man. Again, we'll see what happens, but yeah, that's very strange, to be honest. Doesn't sound very good for GameStop, I'll tell you that. Doesn't sound very good at all. You know, so it sounds kind of bad for them, but you know. What do you guys think is going to happen here? Yeah, GameStop down a lot. Yeah, I don't mind because I mean we gotta. I'm supposed to. I'm at the beach right now. Yeah, chart's going down here. Look, it's down at 2140s right now. 2140s. Going private? Y'all think they're gonna go private? I mean, I think that's possible. Down to 21s right now, guys. Not for long. What though, Ty? Yeah, GameStop earnings are out. We already know they're out. The numbers are right here. So they came in as expected for EPS. Revenue came in at 1.24 billion, missing the 1.36 billion estimates. But yeah, it's just kind of strange. But hey, you know, it is what it is. Brian Cohen said not for long. Does he mean not for long? That he's going to be the executive chairman? What do you guys think is going to mean? What do you guys think this means? What do you guys think this means? Not for long? Yeah, so basically, okay, I understand it. It's a joke. Matt Furlong, the previous CEO, not Furlong. Now he's CEO. Now Cohen's CEO. Yeah. Hey, we'll see what happens, guys. Hey, listen, if you want to help support my channel, hit the subscribe button. We cover all this stuff completely free, completely live. We don't sell a course. We don't sell a service. I don't even claim to be a good trader. I just kind of report data for free. I'm at the beach right now with my family. But like, I'm still in this room streaming for you guys. So hit the subscribe button. If you want to check out our sponsors, one of them is Top Step. Top Step is a funded program for futures where it's like, if you want to day trade, but you don't have that much equity, a funded account program, people are going to hate on them, but like, it's so much cheaper to try a funded account program than put up tens of thousands of dollars yourself, like most people need to in day trading. You can put up 130 something on Top Step. They're going to give you a demo account with 50K. If you can hit $3,000 in profit in that account and you don't lose over $2,000 total, then they're going to fund you 50 grand if you can pass that testing, and with a 90% split. So once you get funded, you can make 20K. You get to keep 18 of that if you make that much, which, you know, most people aren't going to make that much, but it's just an example of like, you still keep 90% of your profit. If you lose, you're going to lose much less than you would if you put the money up yourself, and it's cheap. It's 130 something bucks. It's a great way to test your skill. It's a great challenge for traders, for those that want to day trade. And there's no PDT rule in futures. You can day trade short, the SPY essentially, and what's called the E-mini, the NASDAQ, currencies, gold, silver. The patterns are similar. They move with economic releases and earnings like stocks do. It just makes a lot of sense. And so if you want to check them out, they are a sponsor of mine. And so I'm super biased in their favor because they pay me money. But if you want to check them out here, check out the link. We appreciate it. Yeah, I'm in Miami. But yeah, guys, y'all be safe. Y'all be good. Again, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate the love and support. I'm glad we got to at least do a little bit of a stream here today. But yeah, we appreciate the love, guys. I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go enjoy the beach with my family. Yeah, I think Cohen is the right dude. People are mad. I get it with Bed Bath & Beyond. But I think I think you got to understand, like, historically at GameStop, there's been some dinosaurs who have not evolved with the times, right? The management there, and this was like 5-10 years ago, was terrible. You know, they didn't understand video game trends. And again, the reality of it is that physical copies of video games are trending down, and they have been for a decade. And so GameStop needs to evolve, and I think it needs a young person at the wheel to help it evolve. And I think Cohen might be that dude. Again, people are mad because of Bed Bath & Beyond, and I get it. But I think Cohen might be that guy. I'm optimistic. You know, I'll stay optimistic. Physical copy of ownership. Yeah, but when consoles change every 3 years, you know what I mean? Ownership doesn't mean much, bro, for a video game. You know, like I think digital downloads will be the future, and I think GameStop would be really smart to get bigger into events. This is what I said earlier. It's like events are gonna help GameStop grow. You know, have different gaming events, create your own version of E3 and pump that out, and get exclusive deals done with these game makers, and get marketing done. And I think if they're gonna do something like that, I think Cohen's that guy. Uh, you know. Yeah, I know Ryan Cohen founded Chewy. Um, Listen, I like physical video games too, but the problem here, and the problem to understand, is that regardless of how much you guys like physical copies, and I like them too, it doesn't matter because most people don't care. Most people just want the game now, especially this new younger generation, which is going to become more and more higher and higher percentage of the overall video game players are going to be the younger generation, bro. They're not going to know what a freaking physical copy is in 5 years. And so GameStop has to evolve. It has to. If not, it's going to fail. You know, that's an obvious, like, self-evident thing. And I think it can with Cohen. I think Cohen's got to be that guy to do it, but we'll see. Hey, y'all hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I appreciate the love and support, guys. I'm going to go hang out with my family now that this is ending early for me. Yeah. Hey, y'all be good. I'll see you guys later. Y'all stay safe. Good luck, guys.